reopening of Johns Homestead Park. What an exciting time. Look at all of you. We're so excited for today. I know you all have been. You know, I talk a lot about relational wealth. How many of you have heard me talk about relational wealth before? Don't get me wrong, this was a big budget money item, but this here is relational wealth. We needed people to make this happen. And you are all here today because you played a role in this, whether it's Johns Homestead's past, present, today, and future, or all three. Some of you have been involved, you're going to be involved with all three. And before we do a lot of introductions and thank yous, I want neighbors first to raise their hands. Where are our neighbors? Yes, Rehoboth Baptist too. You're a neighbor. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Let's give a round of applause to the neighbors because you have been patient. We want to thank you for your patience and your commitment to this park. And I know it was hard, and some of you broke rules and came in here anyway during construction. I see you, and you're shaking your head. So we want to thank you very, very much for putting up with us and for putting up with the construction. The first group of folks I want to recognize and thank is our Parks and Recreation team. Where's Parks and Recreation team? I want you guys to raise your hands. Come on up. Now, where is Rip? Rip is hiding. Rip, come on.
Don't be shy.
So Rip Robertson, our Parks Director Emeritus, I don't like to say former, I don't like to say retired, emeritus, started this project. And I am so grateful that you are here with us today to see the finished project. Rip, thank you so much. Let's give a round of applause for Rip. Yay! Our new Parks Director, Craig Zolkeski. Where's Craig? He's hiding. See, these folks hide, so that's why I'm calling them out first, because they're the stewards of this park, and they're going to have to maintain it and take care of it. So I want to make sure that we recognize them, because a lot of times they don't get recognized. They like to be behind the scenes, and everybody recognizes the elected officials and stuff first. But neighbors and our Parks Department, super important in this project. So thank you. And Sarah's here, and Ryan is here, Ariel's here. And I hope I didn't miss. Is Jamie here? Where's Jamie Owen?
I hadn't seen him.
Oh my gosh, you know why? Because he was the liaison to the neighborhood. He's one of our parks folks, but he lives in the neighborhood. He was the liaison to the neighborhood. And I know y'all sometimes are Pistol Pete's. So he probably said, oh my gosh, I'm not coming. No. So we want to give a special shout out to Jamie as well. When we talk about the life cycle of a project, and I want to talk about this just for a minute because we're going to educate the community on the life cycle of a project coming up, and even our own council for a work session, because some of us are impatient. Projects take a long time. So we have former council, we have Mayor Emeritus Frank Amon is here, his wife Kay, let's give them a round of applause. We have former Councilman Matt Robbins. Where's Matt Robbins? There he is right there. No, I haven't seen. But this started under previous councils. It's an idea. We have to budget. We find partnerships. We have to find the money. We have to approve contracts. We have to do all of those things. So sometimes it takes a while. And you know, we have term limits. And so we don't own these seats that we hold. You put us there, and you put us there for a short time. Some shorter than others, right? But you put us there, so we're keeping them warm for future generations. But it's important to thank you guys and to thank the previous council for being a part of this. We've got current council is up here, and we've got to be stewards of the maintenance. I'm the maintenance girl, right? Maintenance mayor. It's not sexy, but it's necessary. I think we should have ribbon cuttings when we're cleaning storm drains, right? Some fun stuff is found in there. But I think it's super, super, super important for us to make sure that we equip our Parks and Recreation staff and our friends at Tucker Park and friends of Johns Homestead to be able to care for this and keep this maintained. So let's remember that during budget season. I'm calling them out. And well before we were a city, this was a DeKalb County park. So I want to thank Commissioner Shakira Johnson is here, District 4. This is her area, her park. So thank you for your support, and thank you for always being here and being a part of Tucker. And I also want to give a shout out, I don't see him here, but your predecessor, Commissioner Steve Bradshaw, he gave us funding for this park in many different ways. So we want to thank him. So let's give Steve's not here, but let's give him a round of applause. And then Dave Butler, where is Dave Butler? Dave Butler is like the grandfather of this park. Beth Gang has said that earlier, and I totally agree. Dave Butler, Dave, were you the parks director? Remind me.
No. I was the Green Space Environment Manager when we bought the property in 2004.
All right, and I know Kara's going to talk a little bit about that. I just assumed because you were so good you were the parks director. And Dave worked with us. He worked to establish this park with DeKalb County and then helped us as we became a city and took it over. I also want to thank the Friends of Johns Homestead. Where are our Friends of Johns Homestead? Woo! These folks. And is Beth, where is Beth? Beth White-Ganga. She was here earlier.
She had to take Ray.
Okay. Beth is like the mama of this park, right? And working along with all of you, and we could not do that without you. And you were here prior to cityhood as well, working on the park. And then where's our friends of Tucker Parks? I know Sean Stone, the president, is here. So we have groups that work with all of our parks. Because that's Tucker, right? When you think about it, we have 15 parks, over 300 and something acres of parks. So we appreciate all the work that you do. Is anyone from Park Pride here? Because well before then, Park Pride was a partner with us as well and helped us with funding. Route Design. Route Design. Michael Kidd, where are you? I saw you earlier. Where's Michael's hiding over there? And Andrea Greco. Y'all, she rode her e-bike here. She lives just over the perimeter. We're talking trails, right? Gotta get some trails going. They're with Route Design, and they designed all of this for us. And they not only are excellent designers, their expertise, but they put a lot of care and concern into every one of their projects. And they love Tucker, and we really do appreciate your partnership. And you did an amazing job. Look at this. Look at this. We could not have done it without you, so thank you. We appreciate you. Georgia Concrete. I was told, Georgia Concrete, where are you?
North Georgia Concrete.
Woo, he's raising his hand. He's like, wait a minute. Excellent job. Thank you so much, because you are making this area accessible for many, many people. So we appreciate that. Did Catherine Cole come? Is she here? You know, Catherine's a legend. She helped us get rid of invasives. Where is she? There she is. Catherine, you're hiding out, but you're a legend, Catherine, all across Georgia and the metro. And that's a huge deal, right? We couldn't have some of this if we had all the invasives around. Now let's talk about the future. Where's our Tucker Trails folks? Woo! All right, you're here today because we want to make sure that more people can get here. I know sometimes the neighbors don't want to hear that, but we want more people to get here and use trails and leave those cars behind and come enjoy our park. South Fork Conservancy. Where's my South? I rode the bus with some folks from South Fork Conservancy and their kids. Future partners, right? We're going to work together on getting some trails in Tucker and working with our parks. Branding Histories. Branding Histories. There you are. Thank you so much. You know, we've got to understand our past to continue to build the future of this park. And I know you're going to help us. You're going to help us do that. And then last but not least, Mary Lynn Golden. Where is Mary Lynn Golden? Mary Lynn is here from Senator Warnock's office. Thank you so much for your partnership. We are so grateful for Senator Warnock, our other federal partners, you and your staff. You know, we talk, we have meetings, we tell you about projects that are happening, but we really wanted you to come see, this is Tucker, right? It's not just us at City Hall. This is Tucker right here. All of the partners, and that's what makes this community very special. And we want you to bring that message back. Thank you so much for being here. And then I'll introduce council, although I know you know all of them. Virginia Reese, Mayor Pro Tem. Kara Schroeder, District 2. She's like the mama of this park, right? You're a mama of the park too. You and Beth can co-parent the park. I love it. Then Wynn, also District 2, right here. And we're building this for Lois. Where's Lois? There she is. There's Lois. This park is for you. Yes, it's not about us, actually, right? We build these things, we say it's future generations. Amy Troche, District 3, and our other council people, Councilwoman Weaver and Councilman Orlando, send their greetings. So thanks for everybody for being here. I just want to give every one of you a hug. My heart is so full looking out at these faces and everybody who has really contributed to this. So thank you. I'm going to pass this off now to Councilwoman Schroeder because she's going to tell you all about the good stuff that we did. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your care and concern for our parks. Well before we were a city, this one was a big parks advocate and continues to be. So thank you.
So I have this task of talking about how important these changes are to the park, and they're quite amazing. As we stand here today, and I want to just kind of say, for the mayor and council, this park is open for visitors, and it is an incredible new park. I just can't believe the changes, and I want to just remind you of the journey. Johns Homestead Park had a variety of challenges. I don't know if many of you knew, but there is a channel along the back of those neighbors that you had to be careful about crossing around the lake. It wasn't safe. So here we are. After the 2 dam repairs, we have a lake that is flourishing. There's reflection of the trees. I look forward to the fall. If you walk down that side of the lake, there are several environmental education signs, one about native plants, one about invasives, and one about shoreline habitat. And the shoreline habitat sign is stationed right where there are tadpoles and frogs, and lots of them. And if you take a little step closer to the lake, the frogs will jump. So enjoy that moment. That's why we fixed the dams. The dams have crossings on top of them, so you can walk around the lakes. And those are 2 of 5 crossing bridges. There are 2 more along the Marsh Trail that takes you to the historic homestead. And there's one over at Simmery for the neighbors to cross there. So as you think about fishing, as we stand here at the boardwalk, very close, you think about how this is an ADA accessible area. You come from Staff Drive and come all the way down, and we made this available with an amenity for everyone to be comfortable and visit. And I'm so proud of that. And I think that's an important asset to this park. The trails are updated and marked and wayfaring signs. So if you get in the back of the park and you're not sure which way to go, perhaps if the sign will tell you Zimmern Drive or back here to Staff Drive, and I think they do. It's so exciting, nobody will get lost.
Call Kara if you get lost.
So another thing about this renovation and update is we have bird blinds. If you walk on this side of the shoreline, you'll have the bird blinds. You see one here and one inside the park. And we have this wonderful home for the great blue heron. And there are rookeries here, and they have been here for, I believe, 20 years. So we just helped them along, and they are back in the park after this construction. So we're so excited about that. As I move forward, the history and journey of this park is really important. This used to be a former dairy farm, the land and historic home of the John B. Johns family and Twin Brothers Lakes. Was purchased by DeKalb County. Our very own Dave Butler, who was introduced before, assembled these properties for the county with the county's park bond money from 2000. Fast forward after that, we established a Friends group to protect this green space and the nature of the park. After that, the city was founded. And as the city moved into a direction to protect their parks, we collaborated together as a Friends group, Beth White-Ganga and with Rick Robertson, our former Parks Director, to apply for a grant to the Department of Natural Resources. It was initially denied. I bet a lot of us didn't realize that. The first time we were denied, and I think, oh, that's a great story for Tucker, because we don't really give up very much, do we? We just keep moving forward. So now, in 2022, we received a grant of $2.5 million to upgrade this park and fix the dams. So the city matched that grant, and here we are today. I want to join Mayor Lerner and council just to again say everyone who is here with us, who has a hand in this, has been so important to this park. It shows a great amount of collaboration, and green are good friends. So thank you so much. Now I'm going to pass it to Ben, who is going to make a few announcements and thank our supporters.
All right. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I just want to thank everyone for coming out and sweating it out with us. I know it's a hot one this week. Just a few closing out things. For those of you that wish to contribute to the park and help out, the Friends of Johns Homestead Park has a sign-up sheet. I think they should be floating around somewhere. They're always looking for more and more help. There's currently a smaller group. We love to see more active participation from everyone. We have Tommy Lupo, who's offering to provide a hike for everyone around the lake and the marsh after the ribbon cutting. We have Sean Stone and Alan Capsuto, who will return any hikers back to the parking lot. in case you get lost. They're going to just round you up at the end of this. Let's see. And then if there's any questions about Johns Homestead Park history, Brandy Morrison and Carol Schenk will be available at the city tent. They can go over all of the history, all the features that we have here, and all the changes and great details for you guys. Lastly, I just want to give thanks to some of the groups that we haven't already given a shout out to. So we have North Georgia Concrete and Spencer Brooks, who is a Tucker resident, for all their construction project work. Tucker's North Lake CID and Matthew Lee, Department of Natural Resources for their grant, Michael Kidd and Andrea Greco from Root Design, like earlier. The Eco Addendum, the Georgia Trust for Historic Preservation, and National DeKalb Association of Realtors, and the Daughters of the American Revolution, the Barron DeKalb chapter, Marilyn Bryan, and then lastly, the Boy Scout Troop 77, 129, and 876, and the Eagle Scout Project for all their help at the park.